Today, a federal court released the information the FBI used to once again look into Hillary Clinton's email. You might remember that this was a very big controversy in the final weeks of the campaign. It's the application authorities submitted to get a search warrant into emails discovered on Anthony Weiner's computer. MSNBC chief legal correspondent Ari Melber joins us now with more on this. Ari, we have the documents in front of us. There's a whole lot of redacted stuff. The lawyer is now crying foul and saying, I don't see anything in here that says that they had a right or a cause to get into Anthony Weiner's, not only his computer, but to tell the entire American public that they were going back into this.
Right, I think those are good questions. The redacted part is what's odd. Let's start with what's normal, which is police always need probable cause to go look at your stuff. No greater authority than Jay-Z's song 99 Problems when he says, my glove compartment's locked, so's the trunk in the back. I know my rights. You're going to need a warrant for that.
I love you and your lyrics lately. You've been all into it.
That is why you can't just go into someone's trunk, in that case Jay-Z's, and you can't just go into Anthony Weiner's laptop no matter what you may think about him. You have to have probable cause. So what is normal here is the government going to a judge and saying, we have probable cause. That is just the belief that there is a likelihood that there's evidence of a crime. Not that there was a crime, not that there was a criminal, but that we might have something we need to look at. Now for the abnormal part, what you just held up on camera, Katie, is a bunch of redacted material, right? Because this is a classified investigation and involves the abuse of classified material, there is a bit of a catch-22 where some of that information that we normally see to justify it isn't there. So while the lawyer's crying foul, and I would say the arguments in this are a little thin because they're circumstantial, what the FBI basically said was there were about 4,000 emails over 4 years between what is believed to be Huma Abedin, although her name is marked out, and Hillary Clinton, and now we found another laptop with emails between them. We think there might be more emails between them, and we think they might have classified material, so we want to look. That's the argument they made. That's a little thin because, as I just said, that doesn't sound like evidence of a crime necessarily. That sounds like evidence of emails. I want to give two caveats, though. Number one, there are other parts that are redacted, which means no one can say, not me, not anyone else, whether there's good evidence that's redacted that the judge used to approve it. And number two, probable cause warrants are issued all the time on very thin evidence.
But are they involved in an election, and does the director of the FBI come out and announce it weeks before voters go to the polls?
I think you're going to the other part, which is people said, well, what if he didn't do it that way? What if he waited? And the answer is, had he waited, which is the normal routine, we would be reporting on this right now under the normal routine with more information when it naturally came out through the judicial process. Now, there are always going to be conspiracy theorists of any political stripe who don't like that, but I cover these cases all the time, whether they involve political figures or not. I can tell you, we keep an eye on it. When warrants are approved or not, we can go to court and get it. There's a system under federal courts called PACER. We can download it. So for people who aren't in conspiracy land, I think it is fair to say that had this all played out the normal way, without extra letters to Congress, we would have gotten this public information on a slower timeline after the election. That is, as you know, not how it played out.
Was there anything in here that did pop out to you?
Only that it was a little bit of a thin case. But again, I want to repeat my caveat. It is thin based on what was provided, but there's a whole paragraph 23 that's entirely redacted.
Is there any chance that more of this is going to be unsealed, that we're going to be able to see what's on here?
I don't know, but I just want to be fair to the FBI's case here. What is redacted there might have been the extra evidence that the judge looked at and said, oh, they definitely have it here. And I want to be clear, there are good reasons why things are redacted. So that's not in and of itself a bad thing. And probable cause warrants are not that hard to get. There's no suggestion here that this was that weird. What was weird was the discussion around it.
It's often what we see with government documents as well. Lots of thick black marker.
You could use it for your Christmas wrapping if you have extra copies.
Oh, you could. Ari Melber, you would do that. That's something that you would do.